your truth. This is your time to shine, you guys. So be confident, sell yourself. This is the only time you'll have to basically sell yourself. Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing well. Today's going to be an exciting day. I was really looking forward to making a video like this. I've made something really quick about a week ago when Spirit Airlines came out saying that they were hiring and kind of speeding up the process and kind of catching up with everyone that had applied, that did get CJOs, or some of you that applied that kind of got an answer, but then COVID hit and you guys were all kind of put on the burner, on the back burner. So I'm here to tell you a little bit about the process and what's been going on with Spirit and how to interview, how to nail your interview. As you know, if you're new to this channel, my name is Shelly and I fly for a major US airline. I also coach, so I can help you basically nail your interview, you guys, if you trust in me. I've had pretty good feedback so far. I'm going to post down below a link of, you know, some reviews and what people have to say about my coaching qualities, if you will. And I'm here to help you guys advance in your career, get your dream job. And also, I want to help you out. I want to make sure that a lot of you succeed. And, you know, I know you're all after one goal, and it's to be a flight attendant. And I'm here to show you exactly how to nail the interview. Just about everything that you're going to come across, I want you to do the best that you can. Obviously, my services cost. They don't cost that much considering other people that charge for coaching. So I won't be divulging too much. It will give you some pointers kind of to help you and direct you in the right direction. And if you feel like you need more, because I'm sure you will, you know, when you're getting coached, you're basically getting coached on very similar question that might be asked and what is the formula and how to answer it. And so I won't be discussing that today, but I will be giving you pointers, like I said, to kind of get you ready for the interview. So with this said, let's get started. All right, you guys, so I am so happy that you joined me and you're watching my channel. If you get a minute, please subscribe down below and make sure to click the notification bell, because I have a lot of these flight attendant videos to share with you guys, and I want to make sure that you guys don't miss out, because oftentimes there's an airline that will post their you know, basically their hiring event or hiring videos and whatnot. And I want to make sure that you guys jump on it, because sometimes they're open for a day or two, and that's when I'll jump on YouTube, make my video. So you'll have a little window for probably 24 hours to 48 hours to jump and apply. So make sure you click that notification bell, you guys, and then you subscribe, obviously, because if you don't subscribe, you don't get my notification. Duh. Okay, with that said, let's get started. A lot of you guys have been getting notification in the mail saying, hey, you know what? We're really excited to have you back on board. Are you still interested? You say either yes or no. If you have said yes, they will send you a link and they will give you a time for you to basically interview, which is good. I mean, they'll give you like about a week, I want to say. So from the time that you receive your email to the time that you actually want to do your video, they'll give you some leeway so that you can get ready. Now, as far as getting ready, you guys, getting ready means not just, hey, I'm going to study my question and just do it. There's a lot that goes into it, okay? So I want you guys to make sure that you have the proper background, okay? Very important. When you're going to be doing these interviews, they are going to give you about 3 minutes to record your answer. Now, during those 3 minutes, you can think about them. You can kind of like structure your answers, and then you go ahead and you do your video interview. And they'll ask you a question. Like I said, they'll give you 3 minutes, and then you can go ahead and answer the question. So they give you a little bit of time. Now, people that are reviewing these questions, they want to make sure that there's no distraction behind you. Like right now, for example, it is white, you're concentrating on me, but if I had my dog and my mom and grandma walking around and the dog barking and my daughter asking me questions, right off the bat, I'm already focused on what's going on behind you, not how you're answering. So you're going to kind of lose points in their eyes, you know? So it's really, really important, you guys, that you focus on your background. If you don't have a background, you can use a white wall. You guys, really easy, white wall. Make sure that you do it during the day. Okay, like right now the sun is perfect, the light is coming through. Make sure you do it in front of a window, very important. I'm in front of my window right now. The natural sunlight gives me a nice glow. It also gives me, you know, enough light so that you can see me speak and you can see me in all my glory. Or if you don't have a white wall, it could be, maybe you have a blue wall, that's fine too. But you know, the most neutral color would actually be white. That's really for all auditions, if you're an actor or if you're doing an interview. What I suggest, if you don't have any of those, get a bright light. You know, there's a lot of these big, long, big circular bright lights that you can adjust. So you can do that and then put your phone into it. Also, make sure that you guys have your phone horizontally. All right, you guys, so make sure that your background, all right, is white and very simple. Make sure that you are away from distractions, please. They do give you 7 days because they know you might be working. They know that you might be a mom or a dad. They know that you're busy. They know that, you know, dinner time, it could be impossible. Do it when it's quiet, okay? If you have to have your ex-husband or your wife take the kids out of the house just to give you that time off and that quiet time so you can do your interview, go ahead and do it, please. Also, if you want to invest in a background like I have, it's very easy. Just get the 2 poles and the, this is kind of like a material background. They sell them in different colors. I'll put the link down below. On Amazon is where I bought it. I'm not affiliated with any of these. I'm just kind of giving you suggestions so it gives you an idea of where you can buy it, where you can find it. It's not that expensive, not that I recall. I've had mine for years, and I have different colors. I've got a green background, I've got a pink, I've got a white, I have a bit of different colors. So, so you could go ahead and do that. You kind of attach the top, clip the sides, make sure that it stays behind you. You can make it as wide as you want. I don't need that much. Besides, oftentimes I cut where I'm talking so I could decide where I want my face to show. So you're more than welcome to kind of adjust your face. Another little trick, never center yourself. When you're speaking, don't put yourself in the middle. Either put yourself a little bit to the right or a bit to the left. It's just a known thing. I don't have any explanations for that. I just know that that's the way it is done. Good YouTubers or even good interviewers know that trick. So make sure you put yourself a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. And for some reason, it's gonna work in your advantage. All right, so now that we got the background setting, now you need to speak out loud, you guys. I know when you're nervous, you tend to mumble. Yeah, yes, and yes, I believe that I can work for your company. It is very easy to contain yourself and be shy and kind of like speak to yourself as opposed to speak out. Now, my trick to you would be to actually interview yourself first. So get your tripod, get your phone, turn it on, speak into it, see how you come across, even if it's just, you know, a silly, I don't know, just speak about anything really, because you just want to see how your voice is projecting. You are a YouTuber like I am. You know, we have a lot of practice. So we've been, you know, we've reviewed our recordings. We're able to cut them where we don't like them. We can kind of like tweak them a little bit. But during your interview, you don't have that flexibility. So you need to make sure, you guys, that you speak out loud. If it means getting closer, like I am doing, maybe you might hear me a little better. If you are going to be sitting a little bit away from your phone or your laptop, please speak loud. I know it's hard to remember that, especially if you're remembering what to answer. It might be very intimidating, but practice, 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 you guys. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you get at it. So I want you guys to just sit there and get your phone on a tripod and speak into it and see how you do. Now ask yourself a question, put them in a book. a little bit like the trick I gave you guys in one of my past videos where I tell you to put a bunch of questions in there and just kind of like randomly turn the pages, land on something, and answer into your phone and see how you do. So if you see that you speak too low, then maybe it's something that you want to look into and maybe rectify. Really important. All right. So now that we got the background and we got your voice speaking nice and loudly, now you want to work on a body language, you guys. Body language says it all. I will give you a little kind of a little demonstration, if you will. All right, so why do you want to be a flight attendant? Well, I want to be a flight attendant because I think that it's a great opportunity to travel, and yeah. All right, so my body language is hunched back. I'm kind of looking downwards. I'm not confident. I'm not speaking out loud. Now I'm going to ask the same person, why do you want to be a flight attendant, so to speak? Why do you want to be a flight attendant? Hi, well, I would love to be a flight attendant because I believe that, 3 dots. Now, right there, you guys, my spine is erect. I am speaking to the person that is on the other side who is going to be viewing my video. I'm speaking with a loud voice, all right? My shoulders are back. I am very confident and I know what I'm saying. Even if I don't know what I'm saying, I'm delivering my lines with a lot of confidence, you guys. So that is so important. Again, you've got the person like this and then you got the person like that. Who would you choose to represent your company, to basically trust you in a plane when you know, them themselves, the boss, are not there and they need to trust you 30,000 feet above the clouds. They need to make sure that you've got that confidence, you know what you're saying. You're saying it with conviction, and you know what? They can't pass out the opportunity to basically hire you. All right, so now that we got the body language down, which is really important, you guys. I know these are little things that you're not thinking of. You're thinking about, what do I say in the interview and how. It's everything, you guys. It's not just your answer. It's really about everything leading to that. That will kind of give you brownie points and make them, it's going to make you shine, and it's going to make you, look the part, okay? They want you to look the part because once you look the part, they look at you and they're like, wow, this is exactly what we're looking for. And that's why you kind of move on from everyone else where they're at to you are elevating, yourself for them to just be like, I need her or I need him. This is who I need for my company. So it's really important. Again, body language, the way that you speak, and your background, you guys. Very, very important, okay? All right, so that we got that covered. Now, as far as the questions, I believe there's going to be 6 or 7 questions. A lot of people have reported 6, some others 7. You're going to have your typical STAR question. All right, I don't believe in the STAR method question. Most of the questions will be, name me a time when, okay? And that's where you have to answer it in a STAR method. Now, if you are hiring me as a coach, I will teach you basically the formula on how to we'll use your answer and we'll formulate it the way that they want to hear it. Very important, because if you don't have that formula, you guys, you'll just answer like everybody else and you may not move on to the next step. So unfortunately, I can't get into the details. Like I said, a lot of people hire me to get those little clues and those to get basically the methods, and I'm not going to divulge them. But if you do want to hire me, again, flywithshelly@gmail.com. Feel free to email me. I will go ahead and send you a little bit of info. You decide what package you want, and we can go from there. So again, they will ask you a few questions, which you will need the STAR method to answer. As I mentioned before, I do not believe in the STAR method. That is my personal coaching method. I have gotten over 7 CGOs, so I speak out of experience. I've used my coaching method, which has gotten me where I am today. This industry is very specific as to what they're expecting you to answer. So if you haven't gotten a CJO yet and you just keep getting the TB&T, it must be something that you're saying in the interview that is not hitting what they want you to hit. This is why I come into play, and this is why I can help you. So trust in me, because I believe that I can get you to the next level very easily. So instead of you failing all the time, I can get you right off the bat, right off the gate, I can get you that CJO. All right. With that said, part of the question that Spirit Airline will be asking, again, this is just, general questions that 99.9% of airlines will ask. Basically, a little bit about their history. So you need to understand the airline. What I mean by that is, do your research, you guys. Like if I'm going to go apply for Apple, for example, well, I'm going to go there and they're going to ask me, why do you want to work for Apple? Well, I don't know. I think their phones are cool. And I have an Apple computer and I think it works great. You don't want to go there blindly. You need to understand what the company is about, you guys. So if you don't do your research before you interview, you will fail. All right. You have to understand what they bring basically to customer, not just who they are as a company, but also what they bring. Okay, so that's really important because a lot of people that use, a lot of people that build their slogan, a lot of people that build, they've worked very hard and they're paid really well to use, their marketing skills to make sure that the company is marketed the right way. Now, if they've used all of their money and their finances to build the company as successful as it is right now, you need to understand it, because remember, you are working for the brand. So if you don't know who you're working for, then why are you even applying? Why do you even want to work for us? So very important, make sure that you study the brand. And if you're hiring me, you guys, we'll go through all the main points that you need to know about the brand, which is really important. We'll go over what you need to look for, what you need to mention, and what really they're looking for. So that's really important. But you can do a lot of that research on your own, you guys. You can go online, you can go on their website, you can go on Facebook. Gosh, there's so many ways of finding out, what your company that you're about to apply for is about, okay? There's a lot of research to be done, but you know what? It's all worth it. Make sure you take down notes as you are reading. Study them. Make sure you know what you're talking about. And if ever they were to question you, what do you think about this company? And can you tell us more? And why do you want to work for us? At least you have an answer, all right? The 6 to 7 question that will be asked during your interview, you will be also asked if you are willing to, relocate, which are very, very often questions that are very common with most airline. Now, I will not say that Spirit Airline will ask you that, but those are just main questions for major airline companies. Jewelry. Are you willing to abide by the jewelry laws, so to speak? Because they have different jewelry rules, whereas you can't be wearing big loop earrings for safety reason, and there's a minimum restriction of how many earrings you can wear. Can you wear jewelry on your nose? Can you those are all things that you have to abide by, and they're gonna ask you, are you willing to are you on board with the jewelry laws, and are you on board with the tattoo regulation, and are you on board with relocating, and what about a passport? Do you have one? Those are all questions that they're kind of fishing to see, are you willing to travel? Are you very open-minded, or are you just bound to one job near your home and that's what you're comfortable with? Because as you know, they will relocate you guys. If you're not based out of Florida, or any of the bases that we might be hiring, you will not get the job. Obviously, if you don't have the right answer, they will not hire you guys, because they're fishing to see if you have all the answers, the right answers, in order to be the perfect candidate. So again, most airline ask the questions if you'll adhere by their rules of jewelry, passport, tattoos, really, and relocation, which are really important. So those might be some of the questions that are within the 6 to 7 questions that Spirit Airlines will be asking. Now, again, I don't know the specific question they'll be asking, but that is 99.9% questions that are asked by major US airlines or international airlines, because they want to make sure that, hey, if you're one that is going to fight me on the jewelry, and if you're a person that doesn't think that she or he needs the passport, or one does not care about tattoos, has them all over and doesn't want to remove them, or one does not want to relocate. Obviously, if any of these answers goes against what they're looking for, you're obviously not in the running to be a good candidate, obviously. All right, so I hope that helped so far. Now, do you lie? Don't lie, you guys. If you have tattoos, they will find out. You will go through training. There is, water ditching. You will be exposed somehow. You can't cover your tattoo forever, no matter how much makeup you put on. Be honest, you guys. And if you do have tattoos, you can, to try to get them removed, try to work on that. If that's really the career path that you're looking for, just get them removed, you guys. It's okay. It might take a little bit. You may not be able to jump on this opportunity right now, but just take care of yourself. Do what you need to do. Even your passport, for example. A lot of you have applied knowing that you don't have a passport. If you don't have a passport, that is the number one prerequisite, because you are traveling within the US, which is not needed, but you also are traveling internationally, you guys. So not all airlines, but most airlines do travel outside of the US. If you don't have a passport, how are they supposed to hire you? Knowing that it's pending and you don't have it in hand, it's really important that you start the passport process. I've said that in my last video last week, I'm sorry. And it does discuss how it is important to have your passport. If you don't have it, how are they able to hire you? Because if they do hire you, you're going to start working literally after training. After 4 weeks of intensive training, you are out and about already. So they don't have time to wait on you. They'll grab, there's like so many candidates, you guys. If you have one that has a passport and one that doesn't, who do you think is going to go first? Obviously the one that's, available right now. So they're going to go with that one. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be in the running, but you need to kind of get that started right away. So like I said, I don't know about the delays and what's going on now with COVID, but I would get started ASAP if you haven't started the process. It is expensive. Save that money if that's something that you want to do. And again, it's the passport book, okay, that you need, a little booklet. All right, so it's really important that you get that going. They will ask you for your passport number. They will ask you for a passport copy. They will look at that once you're hired. So, don't try to con them as well. So it's very important that you have that. All right. So as far as the questions, like I said, so some of them have to do with if you abide by their rules, okay? And then you'll get the star question, tell me a time, all right? And then there's also be questions where they'll put you in a scenario and then you have to come up with, what do you think? They want your opinion. Now, they know that you are not a flight attendant, you guys. They understand that. They know you've never flown before, but they want to put you in a scenario. What if this happens? And what if that happens? What would you do? So they're looking at logic and they're looking at what's your thought process? And how would you handle something that you're not faced with yet? But if you were to be faced with it, how would you handle it? Again, I can't answer for you. I can't give you example. I can, however, if you do hire me and you email me, as a coach, it is my duty to help you. And again, I could help you formulate a really great answer. And then I can kind of give you different scenarios that might come up from the airline. So, and me being a flight attendant, I have been probably faced with 99.9% of these scenarios. So I am in a good position to tell you how that would be handled. So very helpful, right? Anyways, so again, out of the 6 to 7 questions, they are spread out. They are fairly easy compared to like the mainline airline questions, but they just want to get an overall of your personality, not just your answers, but your personality, okay? So if I am to answer like this, hi, my name is Shelly. Yes, okay, thank you. Yes, I would love that. It's very robotic. It's not personal. They want to see that you're comfortable, even if you're not speaking to someone per se just yet, because of the CJO, you will be speaking to someone. Just remember that. But even though they're giving you 3 minutes to formulate your answer and then speak, it is really, really important, you guys, that you are comfortable, you're smiling. I know you're talking to yourself and it's pretty awkward. Don't get me wrong. Even when I do these vlogs or these YouTube videos, I am literally talking to myself. It is a little bit awkward at the beginning when you first get started, but after that, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Don't we all talk to ourselves? Don't we all sing in the shower? Don't we all I always catch myself talking to myself anyway. So, hey, might as well talk to the phone, right? So yeah, really, really important that you basically have that confidence, you guys, and have that personality. Hi, how are you? My name is Shelly, as opposed to, hi, I'm Shelly. Hi, how are you? Yes, my name is Shelly. and so, and I'm looking forward to working for your company and see the energy that I'm bringing, just like the same energy that I'm bringing on my YouTube channel, you guys. That's one of the reasons maybe that you guys are prone to watch my videos, and you gotta have that personality. You gotta sell yourself. So this is your chance, and you only have that one chance to sell yourself, you guys. Now, I know you're nervous. I've given tricks about when you're nervous, what to do. You can grab one of those squeezy ball, hide them under here, squeeze your butt. You can crunch your toes, anything that they can't see, just to relieve that stress. But don't let them see you sweat, basically. You are nervous, but you know what? Speak your truth. This is your time to shine, you guys. So be confident, sell yourself. This is the only time you'll have to basically sell yourself. You'll be given a second chance, so jump on it immediately. If it means rehearsing, like I said, they do give you a full week or maybe less, but they do give you time. Set up that time aside for that interview. Study prior to, you guys. Make sure also you look in Glassdoor. Glassdoor gives you great references on what question may be asked. Even if it's not the question that they may ask, it'll make you think, okay? So it'll make me think. So let's say you're reading a few questions from other airline or Spirit, and you're like, you know what, I didn't think about that. Well, that is something that you may think about, and that will help you, because if they do ask you that question, you were prepared because you did think about it. Once you think about something, it stays in your mind, you guys. Your subconscious thinks about it and knows it, registers it. And although you don't think that it was important that you read it or even thought about the answer, they may ask you that question and you may have the answer, as opposed to being like, yeah. That is very uncomfortable, okay, you guys? When you're given a minute to answer a question and you're just like umming the whole time because you're not sure what to say, that has a huge impact for your interview, because it shows that you don't know, you weren't prepared, you don't know what to say. You need to go there prepared, you guys. So my suggestion to you guys is to have a bunch of answers already in your back pocket, so to speak. All right, keep them in the back of your mind, write them over and over again, make some bullet points. I love bullet points because I think those are more important than reading. I'm more of a visual person, so I like to see, and then you can kind of elaborate on your answers. So that's another trick that I give when I do coach, and I'll show you how to do that, and what are the bullet points that you need to have so that they stand out, so they're easy to remember. Again, background, you guys, very important. Speak up. Confidence, all right, really important. Remember that the answers, they will ask you scenarios. They will ask you to abide by some of their rule with jewelry and passport. And so make sure you have an answer to that. And please do not answer one-word answers. Okay, for example, if they ask you to abide by their rules of jewelry, to give you an example or whatnot, don't just say, yes, I will. Will you abide by our jewelry rule? Yes, I will. You want to elaborate, okay? So you want to repeat the question. Usually that's the formula. Repeat the question. Will you abide by, yes, I will abide by the jewelry rules, because I believe that it is important to, and 3 dots. Again, my coaching, I can help you with coaching, and I can help you with how to structure your sentence, but at the same time, one answer, which is yes or no, will not cut it, you guys. Again, they're wanting to see your personality. You need to elaborate on your answers, please. So really, really important. All right, so I think we went over a little bit how to prepare for your interview. Now I will do another video probably in the next few days about how to nail your video interview with an interviewer. Okay, because there's a lot of questions that were asked about, why am I not getting the CJO? What am I doing wrong when I'm speaking to someone on the computer? What am I doing wrong? There's a few things that you guys need to know. Again, my coaching comes into play. I can help you with that. But overall, I can get into the nitty-gritty details. But for now, for your video interview, I think this is really important. Just remember the few little tips, and it'll make a world of difference for you guys on how to nail that interview. So I hope that helped out. If you need anything or any coaching, any advice, again, flywithshelly@gmail.com. Don't forget to email me. I am here for you. Love you guys. Good luck, and stay tuned. Subscribe, notification bell. I will have more videos on the actual video one-on-one with an interviewer. So stay tuned. Bye, guys. Love you. Good luck.